Good morning, Fairfield Christian School family, parents. It's another edition of Thursday Thoughts. It goes by really quickly. You know, right now we are finishing up, as of tomorrow, the third quarter of the school year, so we're 75% of the way through. And looking forward to finishing strong, also looking forward to next year. And we're currently in re-enrollment season, and hopefully we've heard from you. Hopefully you're re-enrolled. If not, we'd love to hear from you, even if you're not ready to due to financial reasons or whatever on the enrollment fees. At least call the office and let us know if you're planning on coming back next year. And I know that this is the time of year where everybody begins to look at budgets and can we afford it and what's best for our kids. And we've been there. We're all parents. I wanted to mention to you that, as many of you know, I was able to finish my master's degree this year. In fact, flying out here in just a couple of weeks to actually receive that degree. But my thesis was on what I call biblical foundations, or building strong foundations, which is the biblical basis for mastery learning and individualization in education. And a lot of people come into our school and they tour and they're like, oh, that's a really interesting way of doing school. They like the small class size. They like the focus on teachers having more time for their students. But I think people don't truly understand that we believe as a school that not only is a good way to educate, it's the best way to educate, and beyond that, it's the right way to educate. On our school website, which is brand new, by the way, just launched our new website. If you go to the principals page, you're going to find some links there, actually to my master's thesis. This is not intended to, have you read a book that I wrote, but more to give you an opportunity to really dig in to the philosophy behind our school and why we do things the way we do them. Because we are convinced that although implementation may struggle sometimes, because let's face it, none of us are perfect. We're not perfect parents. We're not perfect teachers. We don't have perfect students. So a lot of that, we work on and we tweak every year, finding better ways to implement our philosophy. But I believe our philosophy is rock solid, and I believe it's biblically based, to the point that I would even go so far as to say I strongly believe that God intends our children to have a Christian education. It wasn't an option hundreds of years ago because education was Christian from the ground up. And so the modern debate is, well, my kids are just fine in public school. Well, I would encourage you to go walk the halls of public schools these days, especially high school, where right here in Fairfield, we actually have prostitution rings going on inside the bathrooms at Fairfield High and Armio. So it's not the same place. And I strongly encourage you, and not just our school, you can choose another school if you think it's a better fit for your child, but to strongly consider that Christian education, biblical education, is a mandate from God for how we raise our kids. So I encourage you to go to my page on the website, the principals page, click on those links, maybe peruse a few of the chapters, see what you think. I'd love to hear from you, send me your feedback. And if it feels like I'm strong and passionate about this, it's because I am. And that's the reason we have a school, to better serve you, children, and support churches in raising kids according to Proverbs 22:6, train them up in the way they should go. Which doesn't just happen a couple hours at home. It's got to happen around the clock with every influence that a child has. So God bless you guys as you consider where to put your kids next year. God bless you as you help us finish this year strong, giving your kids what they need to not just be strong academically, but to be rooted and grounded in their faith so they can stand when the storms blow later on in life. All right, God bless you guys. Have a great week.